Okay. Uh, Hopefully this setup is better than what I've been working with. My last one was just at my desk and was just under a light, so there was a lot of glare. But uh, I've messed with this one a little bit, and it doesn't really seem like there's a whole lot of glare anywhere. So hopefully you'll be actually able to see all the cards. But uh, it's Friday, so last Tuesday, um, I took Dragon Ruler to my locals. Tuesdays are usually slower, and there's not a whole lot of competitive stuff going on there. So I figured it would be a good opportunity to try and test out the deck that I've been working with for like the past 2 to 3 weeks. So the Dragon Rulers came to two on the newest ban list, so I figured this would be a perfect opportunity to try and build the deck and play it since I've been sitting on all the secret rare Dragon Rulers forever. I think I was trying to originally build, I think it was 2014 when Dragon Rulers were the best deck, but I can't really remember. So, this deck is not what I originally played um, on Tuesday. This is more of a build that after actually playing the deck, this is what I feel like I would play the next time. So I'm gonna get into it. So hopefully there's no glare. So for the Dragon Ruler engine, played two Blaster, two Burner, two Tidal, two Stream, two Tempest, two Lightning, and what happened to my Redox? Did my Redox? What happened? Could be two Redox in here. Oh, there it is. Oops. There we go. Uh, so two of each of the level sevens and two of each of the babies. I think this is a pretty good ratio of all the dragon rulers. The little babies let you extend into the big ones, and then the big ones can also extend further by using dragons and monsters with the same attribute to banish them. Um, yeah, I really just liked having all of these maxed out. Um, it worked pretty well. There's really not much I would change with the main deck ratio wise, but I feel like maybe going second, I could side out one Reactin, one um, Redox, just because I mean I mainly use them for extension, but these are uh, this is probably one of the least useful ones to open. I would much rather open like a Blaster and a Fire or Tempest and a Wind, um, or even Tidal and a Water. I don't know, but yeah, I'm super happy with the main deck ratio of Dragon Rulers. Um, I also for the Dragon Ruler engine, I played one Gold Sark and one Sacred Sword. I think this is a really good card for it. Mainly because people when Dragon Rulers was the best deck, they played this card. Just because I think it just gains you so much advantage. You get to draw two after banishing a Dragon Ruler, and then you get to activate your Dragon Ruler's effect to search for a dragon with the same attribute. So I kind of like this card at one. Um, could maybe play two, but the deck right now is already 45 cards, so you don't really need that many cards. Um, for an engine that I played on Tuesday that worked very well, I think, was an Armed Dragon pile. Ironically called Pile Armed Dragon. Um, I should say engine. Three pile armed, one armed dragon thunder level 7, one level 5, and one level 3. Uh, this lets you discard a wind dragon or a level 7 or higher dragon monster from your hand to special pile from the hand, and then when it's on the field, you can send a armed dragon monster from your deck or hand to the grave as cost to target a monster on the field, and it gains attack. And then you can only attack with one monster that turn. That part doesn't matter going first. What matters is that you get to send these guys as cost, and they say if it's discarded by or if it's discarded to activate a dragon monster's effect, you can get an effect. Level 3 just lets you draw a card. Level 5 lets you search for a level 5 or higher wind dragon specifically. And then level 7 lets you search for an armed dragon card. So it's just really good. Wind is probably just the most prevalent and most useful attribute in this deck. So having a bunch of winds to discard off of Tempest, or wind dragons to discard off of pile to summon, and then you get to send one of these guys. And then this engine, I think, just gets you so much material because this guy lets you fill your graveyard with dragons, and these guys let you refill your hand. So it's kind of just good for the deck. Another small engine that came off the ban list recently. Three Red Rose Dragon, one Rocks Rose, and a Basil Rose shoot. This deck can make level 10 synchros pretty easily. I have been thinking about trying out a Tenpai package in the side deck, just because this deck can search for fire dragons as well. And then a dragon ruler in one of these just makes Transcendent Dragion, or yeah, that's about it. But I don't know, it's still a very useful package because Red Rose, if it's a level 3 tuner, if it's used as synchro material, it can summon a Rocks Rose from the deck, and then Rocks Rose on summon will search that, and it's a special summon a Rose Dragon from hand or grave, so it's just really good for helping make your end board. Another package I played two. I played an adventure package just because I saw title, and then immediately thought of Water Enchantress, then discarding title and Enchantress to Foolish Burial. Any monster from your deck, and then Enchantress Banish, search right for an Omni Negate. I feel like it's just good, and it was very fun to use. This deck is more fun than competitive, I should say. Yeah, two Enchantress, one Griffin Rider, one Right, one Foolish Burial. It acts as a third, or it acts as another way to get into Enchantress, but also a way to get into uh, your Dragon Rulers if you're missing any attributes. One Fateful Adventure, one Dracoback. Um, there's really not much to say except I saw this Dracoback about like almost in every single opening hand I've ever had playing on Tuesday. It was annoying, but it almost helped me break a full combo Snake Eyes board. But you can't hardly break that without like real board breakers. But yeah, the engine was good. Um, one corridor and one flag, just because you banish a lot of cards. So being able to put back resources while also being able to search for your corridor or corridor, just being able to summon Thunder Dragon Colossus from the extra deck for a search lock. It's just really good. I was playing two of this, but I feel like you could just play one of each. Um, and then what's left? Oh yeah, I wanted to play a copy of Angel Statue Azaroon, but nobody has one of those at my locals, or one of the guys that goes there was looking for it from another person, but that other person didn't show up. So I wasn't able to find one in time. This is just a proxy, so I know it's Yazaroon. Um, Azaroon is a summon negate like the Ceravis ritual monster. Um, it's just a really good monster. Well, it's a trap card that summons itself. And then hand traps. I played a version of the deck that was just all gas, no hand traps, no non-engine, nothing. Uh, which worked, but if I was stuck going second game one and I didn't have any hand traps, it was just bad. So I ended up just throwing in 3 ash and 3 droll, just ways to stop my opponent from playing if I draw them. Um, I didn't play Imperm in the deck just because you can't discard them off of your Dragon Rulers or your babies. Um, I want to try and fit more hand traps into the deck, but I feel like if I play something like the Adventure Package, um, there's really not a lot of room for a lot of hand traps. So I think playing 3 and 3 might be fine. I don't know. Yeah, that's the main deck. A little bit of glare there. I guess I'll go over my side deck. Um, Again, this isn't what I played in my side for Tuesday. It's just what I would rather play. Um, 3 Mourner, just for more hand trap options. It's a wind, so if it's stuck in your hand, you can discard it off of like Tempest or Lightning. But it's also a level 3 tuner, which is kind of useful in this deck. 3 Dark Ruler, no more for going second, games 2 or 3. Um, 3 Cosmic Cyclone for interactive back row removal. 3 Evenly Matched, just to help get rid of the opponent's board. And then for going first, I would play 2 Judgment and a Anti-Spell Fragrance, just because if you're if you go first and you get to draw this for your opening hand, or you get to draw into it with like Armed Dragon level 3 or something, um, you basically protect yourself from getting Dark Rulered. And with what my experience on Tuesday was, that I was able to go full combo game 3 against like Kashtira, Fiendsmith, Snake Eye, and I basically died just because my opponent opened Dark Ruler. So having these cards as Dark Ruler deterrents is pretty good, I think. Um, yeah, that's the sideboard that I think would be pretty decent. Let me know what you guys would throw in the sideboard for this deck. Um, then for the extra deck is fairly simple. I think I am missing a card from the extra deck. I can get it real quick. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So, I played a Thunder Dragon Colossus. This was just really good, just because if I open Corridor, I just get a free draw lock or search lock. 1 Arms of Genix return 0 is really good because it's just continuous monster negates. And your opponent activates a monster effect. You can banish a monster from your grave with the same attribute to negate that monster and destroy it. So if your opponent activates a monster effect with the same attribute as a dragon ruler in your grave, you can do return 0, banish your dragon ruler, negate and destroy that monster, and then your ruler effect, you get to search for a dragon. Pretty good. 1 Dissipator to help form your end board while also being able to act as some form of interruption. If your opponent has banished cards, you can shuffle um, a card from your opponent's banished pile into their deck to negate a monster effect, or you can shuffle a banished monster from your deck into your deck, or from your banished pile into your deck to destroy a monster. So it's just good. It's also really easy to make. 1 Chinging because you do a lot of banishing, so he can get just stupid high attack. 1 Shooting Riser as like a tech choice for the deck because since I play the adventure package, I can open a Red Rose Dragon and like Fateful Venture or Enchantress and be able to make this to act uh to it's another level 7, and then if I need to, I can send a level 4 monster from deck to grave like a Reactin to make it a level 3 tuner, which will then let me synchro summon my level 10 synchro monsters. And then if I would rather keep it as level 7, I can use it to make any one of these rank 7 monsters. So I just think this is just a good tech choice. I wouldn't say tech, but I just like having it. Then for the Xyz monsters, one Blaze, Supreme Ruler of all dragons. This card is actually kind of nutty. Um, it is a soft once per turn to pop a card from your field or your hand and one card on your opponent's field by just discarding a material or detaching a material. And then non-targeting, uh, and then if it's in the grave, it has a dragon ruler effect to where it can banish a dragon or a dragon or a fire monster from your grave to special it. And then if you use that effect, it doesn't banish when it leaves the field. It goes back into your extra deck, so you can kind of just keep looping it every turn, which is really nice. And it it didn't help me again in matches on Tuesday, but it helped me in like a practice duel against like Fiendsmith, Runic, Magical Musket, Magical Musket, which seems like a very grindy, resource-driven deck, and this just kind of helped me out resource him. One Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sack. It's very easy to make, and it just summons 2 tokens, and then you can use those tokens to make Link Spider, and then Link Spider into SP Little Knight or Scylla Hat Rabbit. And then if you summon it, you can tribute it if your opponent has a floodgate face up on the field. You tribute itself to pop the floodgate, and you just get to keep playing. And then one Volophaneges, Darkest Dragon Doom Rider. Basically, if it has dragon monsters attached to it as Xyz material, it's a quick effect, target a card on the field and destroy it. And that's just it's a good end board piece. It's just good interaction. Um, for the links, one access code talker, just because you can sometimes clog your board up a little bit, and it's hard to work with. So I just use this to clear the board, my own board, and also being able to destroy stuff on my opponent's field. Um, one Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres, just because it's super easy to make and it's very useful. One SP Little Knight, one Scylla Hat Rabbit to set the Azaroon from the deck. Two Link Spider, and then one Striker Dragon. Um, there's really not much to say about the Link package. I think the more interesting part of the deck is the Xyz and the Synchros. Um, yeah, that is it for my attempt at a Dragon Ruler deck. The version that I played on Tuesday was very fun, and I really enjoyed it. But I think there's just some work that needs to be done for it to be um, viable, I guess. Um, but yeah, that is my deck profile. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys later.